So yeah, dude, it's a little backyard talks, just talking about life, bro. Teo made a valid point just now.
So we just pulled up the current world population website, and basically it shows you a real-time or estimated growth of the global population of humans. And you just look at it and the number just doesn't stop going up. And it hasn't stopped going up for the last, I don't know how many hundreds of years people have been on Earth. We're the invasive species.
Absolutely, dude.
Of the Earth.
7.7 billion people. When we were in like middle school or elementary school, it was like 6 billion, 5 billion, right?
I could show you
like 4
exactly
billion.
What.
How many years ago was it? Like, go 10 years ago. We're about to be a new decade.
2010.
2009.
2009 population.
World population.
In 2000, let's hear it. All right, we had. Why did they make it so hard? Just show it. Fuck, man. Hold up. Technical difficulties.
Look, at the end of the day,
I got it. Oh, okay. I can. We had 6 billion.
we grew 1.7 billion in 10 years.
The year before that.
Go 10 years before that.
Holy shit. All right. So, in the 1980s, we had 4 billion people, 4.4, right?
Yep.
10 years after that, 5.3. 10 years after that, 6.1. 10 years after that, 6.9. It's just been exponentially getting bigger. Bro, you know what they have forecast for 2050?
What?
9.7 billion people.
9.7 billion people in 2050.
Yeah.
30 years from now, we'll have an additional 2 billion people.
Yeah.
Not million, not 500 million, not 750 million.
Billion.
2 billion more people. Look how much land we're running out of already. Look how many oil spills are happening and our oceans are being polluted already. Look at all the animals that's disappearing before our eyes already. Think about all the underwater forests, the coral reefs, the gardens, the Great Barrier Reefs, the same thing that we have on land that help us breathe oxygen, like these trees you see in the back. There's trees underwater that are disappearing already. It's insane, and our waters are heating up, our air is being more polluted, our beaches are being...
And this is all getting accelerated. Like, yes, there's natural cycles that cycle through. The earth breathes just like human beings do. You get sick sometimes, you get to health sometimes, and there's in between periods. But the thing is, we're accelerating that shit. So we're essentially like crack to a homeless person to the earth. We're slowly killing it. And basically what's happening is we're killing it in the ways of greed. There's many huge corporations that are just
so powerful, dude.
So powerful, and yet they're so careless. Oil companies, plastic manufacturing companies, large corporations that use all these things like fossil fuels and plastic are lobbying to keep them in hand. That way it's still cheaper for them, because being sustainable is not cheap, right? But it's a bigger investment up front. You feel me?
It's actually better.
It is better in the long run.
Like you buy these products that are so cheap, but they're for everybody to buy. And at the end of the day, it's killing everything. It's hurting everything.
Yep.
So if you're a smart, big, huge company, what you have the power to last in the you guys can last 100 years from now if you're sustainable. If you hurry up and keep producing all these products and snatching off all the palm oil and and everything so rapidly, you won't be here generations to come. You need to make that change as like Oreo. You know what I'm saying?
And even local companies, you know, and
crazy,
we're talking about Miami. Think about how many nightclubs, like how many plastic straws, cups, stirs, whatever it is, they go through in a given weekend in Miami.
Yep.
So let's look up how many clubs there are in Miami, bro.
Endless. They're building a new club
That's
every
not
week.
even including bars, bro. No, like, okay, think about
Restaurants.
it. That's just going to be like a crazy amount. In a given weekend, Miami probably goes through, I don't even know what number, but just think about it. How many clubs use straws? And they give 2 or more straws at night sometimes. You know, I see people with 2 straws in their cups at parties and shit.
Crazy.
But if every restaurant or every business, nightclub, whatever it may be, bar, were to buy their own set of reusable straws or glass straws, or even if they use paper straws, they use biodegradable, compostable cups, or they had their own cups that they just washed. Think about how much stuff, how much waste we would save as a city.
Yep.
Right? You see landfills piling higher and higher and higher every time you drive by them. Right?
It's insane, dude.
After Hurricane Andrew, there's a landfill down south by Black Point Marina.
Yeah. Wiped
Let
away.
me look up before and after pictures, because think about it, Hurricane Andrew destroyed Miami.
Yeah.
All that trash had to go somewhere.
Exactly.
Right? And all the landfills that were built or just starting out pretty much got capped out after everything was cleared from Hurricane Andrew. And just in the U.S. alone, I think there's landfills, bro. Let's see. Just in the U.S. alone, there are 2,000 active landfills. So that's landfills that are being built right now.
Yeah.
That aren't capped, that aren't, closed off.
Insane, dude.
And let me show you how many more landfills are closed off.
Imagine humans. All right, Earth in the middle of it has magma. It's like think of Earth as a gusher, okay? Like a piece of candy, And you take a straw and you stick it in all the way through the Earth, and the only way we can survive is we drink that magma. Once that magma runs out, guess what happens? Earth has nothing to eat off of, then it dies. That's just a scenario or a picturesque thing I can try to put in your head of what we're doing to our planet every day, and we have to make more people aware. People have these social outlets, these news broadcast systems, YouTube, these basketball games, you know what I'm saying, football games, where everybody's soccer games, like there's so much shit going on Earth that everybody pays attention to in some realm, but we need to be using all these outlets to educate and help and use together, because we're not going to be here any longer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo.
It's nuts.
Dude,
What?
so New York has planned to stop sending trash to landfills in the next 2 years. Think about how many people live in New York. Trash is a major issue in New York, right?
Crazy, dude.
If they have to move all that shit over there, that's why they're so far in a race to go plastic free and everything, is because they don't have any more space for landfills, bro. Same thing with Miami. This is why we should be pushing it so hard for the cities, because
That's mind-boggling, dude.
landfills, if sea goes up and water starts rising and landfills get contaminated with the water seeps into it, it's game over, dude.
Game over.
Damn.
Like bad water in Detroit. Imagine the whole United States.
Yeah.
You turn your faucet on and there's nothing but brown water. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Think about that.
Can't do anything about it.
When all of our natural springs and reserves are polluted, dried up, and all of our animals are gone, there's no more good edible fish out there. There's no more deers. There's no more cows.
Yeah.
Think about that shit, dude.
It's crazy.
Think about when the soil's not fertile to grow your crops, your greenery. Think about that. Think about when everything's gone from the ocean all the way inland, and all we have left is ourselves, humans. Gonna be 7, 8, 9 billion, 10 billion people with nothing to eat, nothing to drink. What are they gonna do? We're gonna eat each other. Watch. At the end of the day, watch. We're gonna end up trying to eat ourselves. There's gonna be nothing left.
Yeah.
Nothing left. Think
Yeah,
about that.
mass
Like, really think
extinction.
about it. When there's no more fertile soil and there's no more trees, all the coral reefs are dead, all the fish are gone, All the rabbits are gone, all the chickens are gone, all the cows are gone, all the tigers and lions and bears and deers and koala bears and polar bears, and it's gonna be a sad day, bro, because we're gonna look to our left, look to our right, look up, look down, and then look right in front of us. It's either gonna be a mirror or another person, and that's what you gotta eat. You're gonna eat yourself, eat that person in front of you. That's what's gonna be left, and that's sad. Super sad, dude. And that's why we gotta change. And I know it sounds like, oh, this guy's probably sick in the head, and like, no, that's the fucking truth, dude. You know?
It is true.
You know, people don't want to tell you guys the truth and speak the truth on what's on their mind and what's on their heart. That's what's on my mind, thinking into the future. You know, and I don't even watch scary movies like that, so I don't even know, you know, where a thought like that would come from, but just putting the facts together of what is going on and thinking about how much we're just taking away and not putting in. When you take away at that rate, eventually there's going to be nothing to take.
Yeah, it's true. Need to make a change.
But yeah, man, it's all about being a solid unit. Whether you're black or white or Spanish or Mexican or fucking Aboriginal or European or Guatemalan or fucking Kenyan, it does not matter, dude. We all have to stand together. Doesn't matter if you're different race or different race. There's only one race, the human race. Different religions, you know. It doesn't matter. We gotta stand together. This is our fight. We're fighting ourselves. So if you're not conscious about it, if you're not aware of it, if you're not educated on it, I ain't telling you gotta be a scholar to go out there and read these books and take college courses to become a climate control freak or environmentalist, you know, vegan guy. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying you need to open your eyes to the real picture of what the fuck is going on. It's not a game. It's not a joke. It's not a drill. Think of all those drills you did in middle and those tornado drills you did in elementary school. You had to go in the hallway or the gym and hide by the wall. You know, think about that. Those drills. This is not a drill. We're in active war with ourselves on all sides of the realm. You know, animals are getting hit from all different angles, and they can't say stop. They can't say, hey, stop killing me. Hey, stop taking my tusk. They can't say that shit. That's why we gotta say it. That's why we gotta stand here, you know, and fight. That's why we gotta change our diets. That's why we gotta change our mindset and our ways to be able to adapt. Because just like animals, if you don't adapt, you're gonna die. Yeah. Oh yes, bro. Cheers. But, dude, talk to him about the oceans, bro. Fuck.
Hold up.
This dog got out. Dog, he's awesome. He opens the door.
Whew. So, oceans.
We talk about whaling.
You're right.
Talk about mangroves, bro.
So,
hit these people hard, right in the heart.
Just to put in perspective, the Mariana Trench is the deepest part in the ocean, right? It's like, let me put in this perspective here real quick. Mariana Trench. So, the Mariana Trench is 36,000 feet tall, or deep. Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa is, how tall is it? Feet. Fuck. One sec, guys. 2,700 feet. 2,722. Now, where's my calculator? Fuck, dude. Let's go. Alright, so 36,000 feet divided by 2,722.
Yeah, smash a banana and had some veggies.
Wow, I feel good.
I feel great. Have some light.
Feel real good. It was like a podcast.
Yeah.
Fucking bananas in the way.
Biodegradable bananas.
What else?
That's the only thing I throw on the street are bananas. And
Yeah,
something
me, bananas, orange peels, and apple cores.
Yeah.
I throw outside.
Animals eat it.
Yeah, it's like literally, I've done a test. I've been eating a banana while walking my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I threw it in the grass in some empty lot. And every day I'd walk my dogs, I'd see it. Bro, after 3 days, it was literally like nothing.
Gone.
It was gone. Done. This.
Like earth.
So when this comes wrapped in plastic, there's no purpose to it. The fruit has been here way before we have.
Way before.
Right?
There are tons of animals that
It's
eat the
smart.
fruit.
It wraps itself already. It has a pre-package. You feel me? You don't need to wrap an apple.
Nope.
You just need to clean it off before you eat it. You don't need to wrap a banana. You don't need to wrap an avocado, an orange. You don't need to wrap anything in plastic. And if you're afraid to eat anything that's not wrapped in plastic, you're way too skeptical as a human. I understand that there's diseases and stuff, but we eat food, right? If you don't have the common sense to check your food before you eat it, you gotta learn some stuff. You gotta check your food before you eat it if you're buying natural products, right? Things get ruined. Sometimes insects get in it. Like,
flies.
it's not the end of the world, though. Like,
for sure, no.
that doesn't happen to every fruit, you know? And you gotta know where you're getting your fruit from. I've never had a banana with an issue with it, to be honest.
No.
I'm still here. I haven't gone to the doctors in like 6 years, bro. 5 years.
Dude,
I feel fine.
I feel fine. I hate going to doctors, bro.
I hate it too, dude. It's
This place is like the worst.
I had this art teacher in high school who was like Native American,
Mm-hmm.
Cherokee, part Cherokee.
Yep.
Dude, he hadn't gone to the doctors in like 40 years.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Herbal medicine, remedies.
Yeah, he's
living a
very
good
like
natural lifestyle. Taking
Exactly.
care of your body, taking care of
that
your
was,
mind.
he was
spirit.
my first boss. The legend named Kirk.
Kurt.
Kirk. Yeah.
Talk about bosses.
Boss.
My first boss was a dude named Bradley Parker.
Okay.
He it's like a 30-year-old, young 28, 29, 30-year-old guy that just left Georgia Tech and took over his parents' local mom and shop pet store.
Mm-hmm.
Think about going to Georgia, like, fucking Florida.
Yeah.
UM or something, and leaving school, like, yeah, I'm gonna take over my mom and pop's pet store, and it's Plaza.
Yeah.
And dude, he had these great customer service skills. He had a brain on him, dude. He was just so smart.
Yeah.
It was my first time coming in contact with like a person that was so dedicated in their craft. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember he picked me up one time from my house to bring me to work and have a ride. I was like, no, kid. It's like, I don't listen to music. I don't watch TV. Every time people, watch TV, listen to music, it takes away from time of them thinking.
That's true.
When you have so much going on, your phone, thinking about driving, thinking about this, thinking about that. You don't have time to think on what you want to do.
Sure, but when you drive without music, it hits different. It feels different,
yeah.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
It's like,
it's like we do
but
with
when
the past time.
when you want to drive without music,
Mhm.
like there's days where like you forget your phone and you're pissed because you can't listen to any music.
Sick, dude.
But then you like, after 5 minutes of driving's a repetitive thing, especially if you're on the highway. So if you're like just driving, you kind of get set into a trance and you just start thinking about stuff.
Yep.
I've had some of the coolest ideas pop up while driving in the car.
Yeah.
Like brainstorming on the phone with people, or like just driving at night in the car, just brainstorming.
Silence is
spitballing
golden,
ideas,
bro.
It is.
Just like in a movie theater.
It's true.
Go to the movie theater, and you ain't supposed to be on your phone. Got your AirPods in and listening to the movie. They say silence your phones, turn the lights off, and they want you to focus on what's happening.
The thing is, technology's everywhere, and like people are getting so consumed by it.
Yep.
So it's just like, you see babies in grocery stores, like their parents give them iPhones because they don't want to deal with them.
Yep.
Those kids have no choice. It's easy for them. It's at such a young age too. They just get so attached to it.
Yeah.
That's going to lead to more suicidal rates in the future, more depression. You know, I feel like that's where there's the human race. I feel like when people mention the third mass extinction and stuff, like it's hard to think about it because you're thinking about a natural phenomenon like an asteroid hitting us or something like that. But the thing is it's coming from so many directions. You know, it's coming from a social aspect. Yep. There's more mass shootings every day, every year here in the United States. Dude. You know, there's, you know, just more health issues with students in high schools now. There have to be more depression relief numbers and hotlines and stuff. There have to be more psychologists in schools and stuff. And it's just like I feel like you can physically see the kids just deteriorating. You know, we have the environment deteriorating. Our sources of food is going to deteriorate. Yep. You know, I feel like it's coming from so many different angles that I feel like that's why there hasn't been enough effort. You know, think about all the activists that are vouching for the human species. Yep. Right? Like, for example, like what we do on the plastic side, that's one stilt to supporting the human species, right? Yep. There's people that advocate for being vegan. That's another stilt. There's people that advocate for, you know, mental health. That's another thing. You know, if everyone kind of grouped under the same thing, we'd be a massive group of people. Yep. If you really thought about it, you know?
That's what we gotta do. Like you said, we gotta join together.
And join everybody together.
Because everything plays a big part into it.
We're all under a common goal, and that's just to you know,
keep living.
To keep living and secure our future in the sense of just life.
Yep.
No plans, just
live on forever. Think about the guys we studied in history class.
Yeah.
You know, Albert Einstein and Tesla and, you know, all these other people.
Dude, Martin Luther
King, bro, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Gandhi, you know, all these people that their legacy is going to live on for forever, dude. You know what I'm saying? No matter how long people are here, they're going to know about those names. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be books and stories and shit you're going to learn. These people change the world, you know? Think about us. What are people going to say about us? This 2019
this
crew
generation.
Of people, of generation. What are they going to say about you 100 years from now? Like, yo, those motherfuckers destroyed the earth. No.
They're going to say we saved the earth.
Saved the earth.
We were drifting into a corner and we saved it.
We don't want to be the generation that technology hit and everything went to shit. They want to be like, yo, look what happened many years ago.
Technology. We don't have to look at technology. We can use technology to our advantage, which I feel like we're not doing enough. You know, if you're on your phone, you can look up any single question in the entire world, whatever your mind will think of, and there's an answer on Google.
Yep.
And it takes 0 seconds to do that. 30 years ago, people had to look through encyclopedias. They had to look through
books. Go to
the
library.
You know how much more time they had to take out of their day just to look something up if they question something? This is at your fingertips. If you're spending your entire day on social media, it's okay as long as you're using it to educate yourself.
Yep.
Follow people you inspire. You know, use social media as a way to bring you into one of your, you know, role models' lives.
Yep.
And